Hi, stream.
Hello.
Before we begin our regularly scheduled programming, I do believe our dear friend Vince over there wants to make an announcement.
That's me. I do have an announcement to make. So I would like to announce that we are going to be bringing a new series to the Diceaholics channel. Tales from Beyond, a monthly show in which each episode will be a story from the Cthulhu mythos, based on the Call of Cthulhu system, centered around the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Our first episode will premiere November 9th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and it is titled Blackwater Creek. In it, our wonderful investigators will be playing as bootleggers who are trying to strike a deal with the local whiskey makers where things go awry. So yeah, join us then. It's going to be super exciting. I'll be the keeper. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be, hopefully, terrifying.
And that's just... Anyway, without further ado... Pain. It's my most recent memory. I know I must have had experienced others. Everyone knows more than just one emotion, but my mind is just flooded with that awfulness. When I was a girl, I acquired this small vanity. I used it every morning. My mother told me she loved how beautiful I felt after I used it for a party once. I grew attached to that vanity. I used it religiously. I simply could not be seen unless I had time to consult the mirror. I didn't realize how toxic it was. It was more than a little fixation. I became dependent on how the world would see me. I was only beautiful if the world said I was. I only had a voice if it was given to me, and I only mattered if I was as smooth as my reflection. After everything, I shattered the vanity. Pieces of it littered the ground, and I realized I was the same. Just a piece of a complete image with no idea what I actually looked like. And that was it. Just a piece of fiber. Merely a shard of what I could have been. And I would spend the rest of my existence piecing myself back together. The gilded halls of the Athenaeum fill with the smell of charcoal and iron. A horrifying bubbling sound can be heard if it weren't for the screams of the white-haired cleric as what little light he had faded from his skull. A man of God is usually adept at composing himself, but not today. His cries can be heard down every hallway within earshot. Down the hallways that you came from, filling the sanctum, and almost reaching towards the library itself and out into the courtyard. The memory of light echoes in your head like a dream, Osmond, or a nightmare. His cries reach all of your ears, stretching into every nearby corner of this holy place. Arnis is the first to respond from what you can hear. You hear babbling. You hear the rapid movement of footsteps. You hear the clerics. What's going on? What happened? You feel, you hear Cress muttering to himself. It's just like, he asked me to watch. Why didn't I? And then you hear Arnis the skin to skin smack.
Yeah.
Nice.
Before getting down on her knees, and you feel her hands on your face. All of you are pretty much nearing the site. I believe everyone except for Nathan and Azravana are the first to actually see.
Before they get there, kind of just out of reaction, I think Osmond would have tried to cast Greater Restoration on himself.
Greater Restoration.
Correct.
Vola's
Just-
also in the room.
Vola is.
Vola was there too.
Yeah, you watch the shit go down.
And if that doesn't work,
Well, I
have
didn't want
a
him to do
follow-up.
it. I was like,
Yeah.
You... Han? You feel the magic, like, in your veins, and it doesn't stifle the pain. It doesn't do much at all.
Okay. So then, in that case, I'm gonna throw out a Hail Mary. I'm going to, in my head, pray to Ogma for help. And I'm going to use Divine Intervention.
Do it!
Okay,
Yeah.
first off, I'm gonna need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you're composed enough to cast the spell. Because your eye literally just got melted inside your skull. There is still goo.
Okay,
And how much damage did he
Divine
freeze?
Intervention is not a spell. It is a class ability.
It is a class ability, but you're still gonna need to compose yourself long enough to
Fair enough.
invoke it. And you also did take damage from that. I think we discussed it last
I
time.
believe, yeah, you told me and I marked it off.
Good, good.
Yeah, because I'm not at max. Okay, that's not bad. That's a 16.
A 16?
Yes.
DM doesn't have his fucking dice.
Nice.
Okay, and if I'm right, you have to roll a percentile?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
I have been anticipating
Nice.
and dreading this session.
No.
Nothing happened?
It's a 43. Has to be a 10 or lower.
There it is. You call out, in your mind it's almost like a scream, for your deity, and there is no response. You feel alone in this moment. Vola, you see all this happening. You see like this like flare of light in two rapid successions. Like he's trying for anything. You see Arnis like on her knees, like trying to comfort him, her hands on his cheeks. I believe this is around the time the rest of you would show up.
Oh god. Okay. How many other people are in the room? So like
There's Arnis.
just-
There's Arnis kneeling down, Osbin and Vola, and Cress, who's kind of shocked.
okay. Soon I get here and
What the fuck was that?
Oh my God.
What was that? Anyway, continue.
No,
God.
that was in character. What the fuck was that?
what was that? Oh, that
That was in character.
Okay, I thought you were referring to like the weird sound that just assaulted my ears.
No.
Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna scream Osmond's name. I'm pushing people. I'm pushing probably Cress out of the way and
Arnis.
yeah. Probably. I
I was
don't
about
see
to say
her,
good luck.
but I'm next to you with her, like crying, shaking. Osmond! Oh my God! What? Light! And I'm going to panic. She's going to do like a 5th level, cure wounds on you, something.
Okay. Cure wounds.
Yes.
At 5th level, roll.
Level. Yep. Okay. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, I have something for this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is he doing?
Oh no.
16.
He just said I have something for this and got up.
What is he doing?
Oh, his glasses.
Okay.
Oh my
Alright.
Shh. Okay, we
Can we
appreciate
get
this.
inspiration for that?
I'm gonna
Because-
give you inspiration for that.
I have no idea where my character sheet is.
Okay, we'll remember. Okay. Continue.
20 points.
I believe, Osmond, you're back up to full health.
Yes.
I like how he looks down, like he can see. Anyway,
I think I was up.
the bleeding stifles, and there's no more flowing blood. You don't smell as much of the iron and charcoal and burning. If anything, the inside of his eye gets smoother, a crater. The eye does not regenerate, but the blood and the pain certainly is stifled to a degree.
Osmond, what happened?
Vola's just gonna be like,
Okay, hold on. I actually need to take this off because
Bring it
the
on.
stadium across the street just started shooting off fireworks. Motherfuckers. Okay, let me turn on push to talk.
Bring it on. It's fine. It's the thought that counts.
Vola's just gonna be like, Vola's just gonna kind of be panicking and be like, he said not to look in the mirrors, but then did it?
Of fucking course he did. Okay. Shit. I
Look in the fucking mirror.
don't have anything for this. Shit.
Arden, is there what
Artemis is
what is
Artemis.
going on?
Arnis is staying aside. What did you do, Cress? Cress shakes. I thought he wanted to look into the mirror and said, look in the mirror, and I was just going to watch him. I didn't know this was going.
DM,
Yes.
can I recall anything else from that?
What are you hoping to glean?
Anything about... So the point of him doing this was he was trying to get some sort of like insights into this mirror realm where he theorizes everything has gone.
Okay.
Her soul is gone, and like where this wraith lives. So he's like he was trying to get kind of like insight into that, any sort of details, any other things,
Roll
anything about the wraith.
Roll an insight check.
That is a 21.
You recall, in the middle of everything, you did see another mirror in the reflection. A ghostly thing. You glean that is the source. As you know, especially with your recent knowledge acquisition, these wraiths are known for making their own demi-planes. This mirror probably resides in the plane, and it's probably the key to their destruction.
So I would have. So I asked Cress to like, not just like be there to watch me, but like literally
Yeah.
observe my thoughts. So he would have seen that too, or at least like.
He would have had inklings.
Because it's not like
he can watch you scry as you're doing it, because the best he would have been able to do is read your surface thoughts.
Yeah, no, and so I'm just gathering it would be like something along the lines of that's important.
Something like that, yes.
So yeah, Daya's got Crest by like the robes. Like
He's kind of blank. She's like, I wasn't thinking, I thought it'd be fine. I wasn't thinking about this. This one, it should have been fine. I don't understand.
what should have been fine?
He wanted to scry, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
On who?
The wraith, Arnis says.
Right.
You just hear Osmond just let out, just very quietly. I scried on myself.
Do that. What's a wraith?
Right.
Okay.
What?
Arnis looks at you, Daya. Don't let him move around. Looks to Cress.
I'm
Come with
rushing
me.
to Osmond and
They exit the doors.
I take Arna's place and I have my hands. Oz, it's me. Clyde, what were you thinking? She's just sobbing and just like touching his face and trying to wipe off the blood.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, give me a minute!
So,
You hear, like, the wheels of, like, a gurney being moved around. You hear a bunch of different footsteps from a bunch of lower-level clerics and Arnis.
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
so help me piece this together here. We find out this lady died because she was scrying on something. She said the last thing she was gonna try and scry on was you. So, at least as far as we know, that's how she died. This thing got to her. So you decide to scry on yourself. The same object this dead girl this now dead girl was trying to scry on.
I have
What
reason.
exactly were you trying to go for here?
Question, do I know his composure?
It's not
Like-
great!
It's
okay,
not great.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on you.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna turn to
Yeah,
side.
no,
and say,
it's he's very
It's
shaky.
not
right now.
great!
Yeah.
He lost his
not
other
great.
eye. He
Yeah,
reached
I
out to
figure,
his
but I'm-
god with no response.
I figure as a player, but as a character, what I see, he's fucked up. I mean, obviously, but I'm
Yeah.
It's not great!
all right. I'm casting Calm
Not great.
Emotions on it.
Okay, you know that only lasts for a minute.
Yeah, just something.
Okay.
Calm emotions is 10 minutes, I believe.
Okay.
Says
Wait,
duration
let me
up to a minute.
Is it?
Oh yeah, up to a minute. Hey,
Okay,
I have
yep.
I have double.
You
I can
are
make that
correct.
2 minutes if I wanted.
Ooh, look at the sorcerer.
Oh. Yeah, I know. All right.
Finally using that meta magic.
Right. Okay. I'll do that shit. But yeah,
So-
okay.
Nathan's just
you-
gonna turn to the side and be like, "Look, I'm not happy with what you did either, but we've all made some dumb shit, so maybe tone down the judgment."
Yeah,
a little."
but for someone who's supposedly all about knowledge and acquiring it, he's kind of a dumbass.
Here, and she.
Why would
she
he do
casts-
something that stupid?
She casts it. Okay. Osmond, did you learn anything from this? Please tell me you did.
I did. So,
Good.
you're wrong in that aspect, at least, Cyrus.
All I asked was what you were going for. I'm glad it was at least sort of worth it. It was still really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
No.
You hear
So maybe
the
I can
wheels.
find that.
You hear the wheels of the gurney come down. You see Arnis like make her way into the room, and she like taps you on the shoulder. All right, I need to move him. I need to move him now.
Okay. And she's out of the way, and she.
Arnis goes to pick you up, Osben, assuming you don't resist.
Yeah, I'll get up.
In spite of her short size, she is very swole, in which she manages to just clear Osben from the floor entirely. She scooches past all of you and makes her way to the gurney, and she places you on it, Osben.
Mhm.
They
Wherever
take you.
he goes, Day is going.
They rush off down the hallway towards what you imagine to be the infirmary. As Ravana watches this all happen, she said, "I'll be right back," and she goes back down towards the library. What do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna. Fuck.
I'm gonna follow them, I guess. I don't know what else to do here.
Okay. Vola? Nathan?
I'm gonna turn to Day and Science and say, I still don't think any of us should be alone. I'm gonna head over with Az and see if she needs anything.
Vola's just gonna be there, kind of like Like, she doesn't know how to process what she just saw, so she's just gonna kind of like notebook
The smell
mental
of
processing.
the smell of the burning is still very prominent in the air. It's this gross, deep smell that you will spend many long nights trying to forget.
And I think everyone's left then, besides Vol, if she stays in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If everyone leaves, I don't think Vola would want to stay in the room. I think Vola would like get the heck out of there.
Okay. Does she go like outside into like the courtyard?
But also draw.
Like in the courtyard to
Yeah.
draw or something like that? Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. In the infirmary, there aren't a lot of patients here. There's a few, couple dwarves, a halfling or two, that have like their own bumps and bruises, and you're being fucking rushed in there. Immediately, Osmond, you feel like the bumps of the gurney as you turn into the room and stop. You hear a commotion, the shuffling of footsteps, Arnis and Cress muttering to each other. As different hands like touch your face, like near where like near where the eye used to be. You feel shocks of warmth, and then nothing. Shock, and then nothing. Like they're trying to regrow it with what magic they have. For the rest of you, you are instructed not to get super close while the clerics work. And as such, you have to stay about 5 feet away from them at all times, so they have space. But after about 30 minutes of working and working, you can get closer. And Osmond, unfortunately, after these 30 minutes, you still do not have your light.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Are they like done working on him?
For the most part. And just for the sake of getting our necromancer back, we're going to go on a very brief break. So she's coming back 1 second, everybody.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, maybe she has.
We're going back?
We're back, and Stream
Oh.
heard you say that.
shit.
Yes, hello.
Oh, no.
Back to the
Back to the future.
Oh shit!
Yes,
Kids.
Vince.
Marty, we gotta do something about your kids.
Okay. So, unfortunately, after all this time, they could not get your eye to grow back, unfortunately. You are each instructed that you may visit as you want. They close like curtains around him to give you a little privacy.
I step out of the curtains. I leave these two alone. Like, I'm gonna go step into another room.
Okay.
So, like, I'm nearby, but I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dea's gonna grab his hand. Oz, it's me.
Hey. Don't tell Cyrus I agree with him, but that was pretty stupid.
Osman. You hear there's like tears in her voice. Maybe we can have them make you another eye patch. What? I know you don't. What's? People keep talking about a wraith. What did this to you? Why can't they do something?
Noodles.
Just like bouncing up from bed. Noodles.
Noodles is why we can't do this.
Anyway.
Noodles.
Soup.
Yes, all noodles, like everything that I read about the Wraith, what I saw, and like the thought process behind everything. I guess I just thought that I might be the one to be able to figure it out and get away with it.
To be fair, you've always been able to figure these kind of things out. Husband, could you have told someone this? But we just... Oh, Sai and I just talked to that couple, and that's... And I noodles to him what we found out about the halflings that, you know, summoning the thing. And basically, the guy sounds like he turned into... Wraith. Possibly the one that just...
Oracula.
What?
We're in this together. Please don't be. We try to be a hero.
Cyrus.
Being selfish, but I can't lose you.
Cyrus. You do see that Arnis and Crest are still very aggressively bickering outside the infirmary.
Can I eavesdrop?
You can certainly try. Well, perception.
I would love to. Okay. Come on, Mercer. Let me hear all of the things. Fuck yes! Okay! Thank you, Mercer. Perception? 25.
Perhaps a meeting is in order. I don't know if that would go through. Not if we don't ask. And that's about the gist.
Okay, something about a meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nothing about, like, what actually happened, or...
You hear them... They're trying to figure out what they can do. They're not really discussing, like, oh my god, this is happening. They're discussing how they can help him. Arnis and Crest are both very invested in Osmond's well-being.
Okay.
In the library, as Nirvana, you chose, not because necessarily you were horribly disgusted by what you saw, because that's probably not the first time you saw someone just get burned alive.
Nope, definitely not.
You just sought solace in the library, thinking maybe even that you might be able to find something else that people haven't. You're good at that. It seems you have a stray following you around.
Okay.
A little stray druid
Yeah.
that enters the library not long after you.
I figured that we wouldn't want anybody splitting up on their own. Anything you want me to look into while we're going about this? This is not necessarily my area of expertise.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for myself, but maybe we can find something to help Osmond in one of these books.
Okay, I'll start looking at maybe some remedies, if they have any. I'm sure the clerics can do a lot better than I can, but just in case there's like some Hail Mary shit in here.
Yeah.
Plus, only one person in the restricted section at a time, and I know that's definitely your go-to.
Definitely is.
So I'm gonna see if I can find any medicine books anything for like battle injuries or
You're looking
severe
for wraith
wounds.
injuries. Those are a bit more intense.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you start?
I'm gonna start in the restricted area, if I'm still able to go back there.
Yeah. The librarian isn't actually there anymore, so you just kind of have your way with the place.
Huh.
Neat.
Good.
Nathan, what are you looking for? Where do you start?
I'm gonna start in. Do they have like some sort of like medicine or like
The problem is this is a cleric's knowledge base.
Right.
Kind of everywhere is littered with medicinal sections.
yeah, then battle medicine or any No, I don't know if that would be a thing. Then yeah, just battle medicine.
Roll perception with disadvantage. Just the size of the library, it's not your thing.
Yeah.
Azravana, however, make an investigation because you already know what you're looking for.
$14.
Okay. And the other one.
23.
You find your way back to the book that Xanathos wrote. There isn't too much on Oraculi. There doesn't seem to be a lot recorded. This Xanathos' book is kind of the most in-depth one that you found. You found an excerpt and some, like a little aside that he wrote, and a little bit of information that might be helpful. The aside reads, "You should never knowingly..." Death. Ha. "You should never knowingly attempt to scry on the dead, for they might attract the attention of an oracula. If you do so by mistake, barricade yourself and destroy every mirror you own." Xanathos Snow Swallow. You do find a mention of a mirror of life trapping. A mirror that exists within the demi-plane of the Oracula's creation. This is where the souls it gathers is stored. This is where it can regenerate should it be killed on the outside by some miracle. Nathan, you find a lot of medicine. A lot of medicine. In fact, it's a little bit of a chore to dig through. You end up finding a lot of the base stuff that might help commoners.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as eye regeneration, you can look no further than some very high-level magic. Called regeneration. Is what the spell is called.
Okay.
Done that.
Aside from that, you can't find much in regards to what you're seeking.
Okay, then after I'm done searching, I'm just gonna close up the book I was looking in. Head over to the gate that's by the restricted section.
Yeah. This is when you finish reading what you read, Azravana.
So I'm just gonna lean on the gate and say, "Hey, find anything interesting?"
Yes, actually. I don't know how this will help Osmond, but this will help something. And I'm gonna share with him the mirror thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sounds like we got some smashing to do.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't find much, but I have kind of like a Hail Mary thing, at least to kind of keep infection out. But it's gonna need some experimentation, but I figure I'm the perfect guinea pig for that, at least for the time being.
We'll hold off on that for now, but first things first, we might want to go check to see how Osmond's actually doing right now.
Right. Well, I wasn't meaning like experimentation in terms of the vial. It's seeing what I can do with stuff I've already tried.
Yeah.
But I doubt it will not be painful. But yeah, let's go see how Osmond's doing and then go from there.
Okay.
You leave the library and you head off down the hallway. As Ravana leading the charge, trying to make sense of this new information. At least an hour's passed by now. Cyrus, you having listened to what you listened to, Osmond, Dea taking a solace at each other.
Yeah,
Vola still drawing?
I feel at this point Vola would have. She would have gotten her colors out and everything, like those little prismatic marbles. And
Color
she
therapy.
probably would have. Yeah,
Yes.
it's definitely like an art therapy because she's a little bit like she's used to blood and gore and like murdering and like killing people and things.
Who isn't?
And normally those people deserve it, and or monsters and or other creatures deserve it.
This
So-
one, Osmond looked in a mirror and his eyes burst out.
Yeah, this one was weird. And this one was very different. It was something she'd never seen before, and it was like also her friend. So it was a bit traumatic, and she couldn't do anything about it. There was nothing she could fight. So she's a bit like, what do I even do?
Yeah.
So she's kind of like drawing through the whole thing. She's like drawing what she remembers. She's drawing how she felt. Like, so it's a little bit abstract. It's a bit messy.
Trying to get her thoughts in order.
Yes.
Back in the infirmary.
Osmond's probably tried to sit up by now.
And
Also-
either-
It's this
And-
very... Can you roll a constitution save for me?
Yeah.
Also, just at probably some point within an hour, I would have just like come in and let them know what I heard about a meeting supposedly taking place.
Yes. This is around the same time that Osmond's trying to stand up. Do you like enter the room again?
13.
It's this awful feeling in which no matter which body part you seem to move, your abdominal included, it's like every muscle pulls on something in the general area that makes you feel it. You sit up just fine, but it's like something is like pulling from behind your skull.
there's
it is
noticeable discomfort.
uncozy to a very high
No
degree.
kidding.
Careful, Oz. Don't strain yourself.
Oh, well. I'm not gonna be in the use sitting here.
You're.
And then I imagine about this point is when Cyrus comes in.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd poke my head in. How's it looking?
Just dandy.
How's he looking?
In my head, out of character, I was gonna say he's not.
Yeah.
They doesn't
guys,
say that, of course,
you
but
just,
Desiree
you just need to see it from Osmond's perspective.
Dude, it's fine. Dude, this spoon's gonna be fine. Just keep an eye
Oh
on
my
it.
god.
does. I should have seen this coming.
Okay. Serious.
I overheard your friends talking. I'm not sure if they would let you know, but I feel like you should know there's gonna be some sort of meeting. They're not... I don't think they're telling anybody about it. But, figured since this shit happened to you, you should probably be in the know.
DM, would I know anything about? No. Alright.
Meeting is pretty broad.
Yeah. Right. Thanks.
Couldn't hear much else, but they were very aggressive in their whispering.
Makes sense.
Dea, did you tell him what we learned from the halfling?
Yeah, I heard everything.
You
At this
see,
point, he's probably just kind of like trying to fumble around to figure out like what his surroundings are like.
yeah, you feel like the sides of a bed. You reach out further and you can almost touch some cotton drapery. Obviously, a pretty thin pillow behind you, wall. There's not much. It is a very strange feeling just not being able to see at all.
Yeah.
I was trying not to audibly cry and let him know that this is breaking fucking hard right now.
You hear footsteps, Osmond. Heavy in armor, determined footfalls. You hear Arnis's voice. We have started to piece some things together. Any of you looking at Arnis see that she is not looking at Osmond in the eye, head down.
Well, I mean, she can't, so...
Well, I mean, like, at his face. She can't look at his face. Cress and I have a few ideas. But it seems Lady Namalja may have seen what was to come before the Oracula found her. Osmond, neither Cress or I, or any of the Speculari here, have the ability to restore your eye. But
I understand.
there may yet be a way. I don't know how it will go, but you'll have to trust me.
That won't be hard.
Dea's squeezing Osmond's hand real good right now.
In the morning, be ready for a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
As Ravana and Nathan, you come in. Artemis turns away and makes her way out, pardoning yourself past the two of you.
Alright, do I have my belongings on me and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of like fumble around until I find like just my pack.
Yeah.
Dea helps you find it.
And then I'm just gonna like take out an old, like one of my extra shirts and just tear off a scrap and just kind of tie it around so it's not just this gaping hole.
You do so.
Tying it in such a way that you can still see the eyepiece.
As Ravana and Nathan, you look into the infirmary and you watch.
Hey Oz, how's it going?
I'd like to try to stand up.
Oh Jesus.
Make another Constitution saving throw.
Dea's ready. She's
I need to
ready to
get better at
catch.
these.
Oh, this should be good. This should be good.
I really need to get better at these. 9?
Dea,
Strength, friend.
make a dex saving throw.
Oh shit. Either way, dex or strength, I got shit. So
Cyrus is biting his tongue
my
so
God.
hard right now.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
I fucking rolled an 18.
Osmond does what he can and just swing his leg like over off the bed, sitting up already, and you see his feet touch the ground, and he stands, and then accidentally like runs into wall into like curtain right next to him, and so it confuses him. Unable to like find his pressure, he fucking falls. You find him. You grab him and sit his ass back down on the gurney.
Well,
Light,
about-
Osmond.
About that well, Nathan. About that well.
Okay. Well, I couldn't find anything to get your eye back outside of the specific spell, which I can't get yet. But I have an idea to at least keep shit out of there. But I'll have to run some tests on myself first, given that I'm probably the best equipped to test this on.
I think. Okay, I saw his eye gap. How is his eye gap looking? I'm sure, like health-wise,
see-
besides not having an eye in it.
These scars on the outside of his eye. The eye itself was bubbling and stewing in there at such a hot temperature it scarred the outer bits of his face where it screwed down. You see even this little this teardrop style thing in just midway on his cheek. The wound, however, is pretty smooth. You're not gonna do this because infection, but you feel like if you were just you could put a marble in there. The clerics did a good job sealing it.
I know that the clerics did a good job sealing it, but I'm afraid of something getting in there.
Yeah.
And when she says, I'm afraid of something getting in there. Oh god, Aspen. They're going to try something tomorrow.
Okay. Well, this will at least be a temporary fix.
Oz, do you have any idea what they're gonna try? No. Shit.
I can't say I do.
You can only imagine it's desperate.
Is Azravana in here yet?
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you find anything, Az?
Nothing to restore his eye. But I'm gonna also share the information about the mirror with everybody here too.
The
Probably
information.
cocks his head to the side.
Yep, it matches with what you saw in the reflection.
Good to know that's what that was. I knew that was important. So when I was in the scry, I saw something pretty much exactly the same as what you just described.
Alright. And that may be where the souls are.
So what?
So
it's
do we
another
have to
dimension?
destroy it?
How?
Or would that just trap them there?
Reading Azravana, it does seem destroying it is the call. If you don't destroy the mirror, it seems the wraith will just keep coming back.
Yeah. In order to get rid of the wraith, you have to destroy that mirror.
So we have to travel to this other dimension plane thing and smash a mirror.
Yep.
How the fuck do we do that?
I might know a spell, but
Hey.
I can't do it yet.
Wonderful.
One of the clerics here can.
Maybe?
But here's the other thing. Didn't you mention that looking at the thing is what causes what happened to Osmond? So how do we avoid that? Are we all just going in blind?
We can't go and wouldn't find anything.
It's quick.
Exactly.
It'll be hard to avoid this case. That's how I ended up like this.
Let's see if the clerics can do anything. And then after that,
Azravana, make a history check.
Okay. 16.
You recall the strange door that appeared to you.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck.
knew it. I fucking knew it.
Huh.
Gee. Well, that's all
This
dependent.
does
tells us.
remind you of a spell, but you don't remember it off the top of your head. It just, you'd have to go to the library.
I just
Again.
keep running back and forth between the library.
Might as well
It's kind of your whole backstory.
Sure. Libraries!
Know where I want to spend my vacation. Continue.
I'll have to do some research, but in terms of like not being able to look in its eyes, I might be able to do something with a spell. It should at least be safe, but I'll have to find the right creature. I'll keep you guys updated.
Okay.
I think I have it.
I'm pretty useless in any of that, so I can. If I touch
Unless
it,
we
I
could
dispel
somehow-
it, but if we're gonna be in its home plane, that's not gonna do any good.
Yeah.
Unless we could somehow hide ourselves from it, but I could do that, but I doubt that is a thing.
It's eyeless as well, so I'm sure sight is not a problem for it.
Well, I'm gonna go run my best to at least get some sort of temporary replacement in. And figure out what we're gonna do about this, and I'll get back to y'all, yeah?
I'm gonna stay here and make sure he doesn't try walking around again.
Probably a good idea.
And she gives you a little squeeze of the hand.
So I guess we're kind of staying here for the night.
Honestly, I think it beats camping, right? For lining.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely better than sleeping on the ground. But, oh, fuck!
What?
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What?
All my alcohol's back on the ship.
Dea just smacks
Nathan's
like
Nathan's like actually laughing out loud.
Dea, Osmond, you feel her hand leave your hand, and then you hear a smack. She smacks her face.
What? Today has been a stressful day. You know it's how I cope.
No. Believe me, I believe you.
Yeah.
And the part of me that has spent too much time with you is agreeing. All I want right now is something, but
You could,
I am no help to you, right, husband, if that's the case.
you could try asking Arnis, but there's no guarantee she won't have drank all of it already.
Oh.
We'll figure something out after we're done here. I need a drink as well.
You know, under better circumstances, I actually think you and Arnis would get along beside us. Outside of the whole
Really?
debauchery and murder. But
No one's perfect.
Speak for yourself.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm feeling useless right now. I guess I'm just gonna go find a place to just, like, sit and process.
Anything else happen the rest of the day?
I'm gonna
I
go
want to
back
say
to the
that Vola
library.
was in the courtyard during that whole conversation, so Vola doesn't know any of
he
this.
doesn't know any of this.
You're going to the library
Perfect.
to research the spell. Make a
Yeah.
perception check. Investigation, I'm sorry.
Before I do, I'm gonna leave Mira with Dea and Osmond.
Okay, so Dea, you see the little black fox with the skull just perch on your shoulder.
Give her a little scratch.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
Now
so
it
make...
was investigation?
Yes. You find an Arcana book. Pretty dark stuff, again in the restricted section. And you find a spell by the name of Demiplane. High-level magic. Typically of the 8th level.
Yep.
But it reminds, seeing the door, what you heard about the oracula reminded you of a spell like that. So theoretically, you would have to get it to open the door. Or find the door and open it yourself.
Okay.
What else
Can
happens?
I go to where
Go to where? I'm sorry.
door was?
Yeah, sure thing. It's like the corner of the sanctum and the hallway where Osmond was the first time. Smooth surface. The oracula seems to be able to manifest it. So theoretically, any of these doors could be the door.
Alright.
Crap, how many doors we got?
Yes.
So many.
I'm gonna go. I'll just. We'll cut it there for now, I guess.
Okay. And do you guys do anything else of note today?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go because the courtyard has like these like stone stone floor and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have 2 4th level spell slots left.
You do come across Vola. You see her just drawing.
I'm just gonna go over. Hey Vola, how are you holding up?
She's just gonna kind of like look up at you a little bit, and then like look down at what she's drawing, and you see chaos. You see basically like some pretty intense, just like sketches and scribbles of what happened, of her trying to process it mentally, and it's like, and then she's just gonna look back up at you. I'm okay.
Okay. Do you want a distraction for a second? I could use somebody keeping an eye on me for a second.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything as stupid as Osmond, but I do want just in case.
Okay.
Um,
And she's just gonna put her stuff back in her backpack and kind of stand up. And like, she's like, she went to go like grab her sword to be like ready, and then she's like, can't fight these with a sword.
Nathan's gonna be like, okay, so mine is gonna be a little bit more intense than what I'm gonna do. It's more just I haven't used this spell before, and I want to make sure I know how it works before, like what I can do with it. So, I'm gonna like run my hand, like crouch down and run my hand across like the stone floor. And then I'm gonna take my nubbin and kind of like place it against the stone, and I'm gonna try and cast stone shape to create like kind of a prosthetic end for my pinky.
Oh, for your pinky?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to figure out a way to. You need to figure out a way to attach it. But you shape a pretty good likeness.
Cool. Well, that's what I was gonna have Vola there for. I was gonna try and attach it as it was forming.
How?
You know that Vola is not good at medicine, right?
Right.
Do you not remember the first? Okay, anyway. How are you wanting to attach it?
Oh no, I don't think that would work. Never mind. I'm gonna try and make kind of two little ends on either side so that I can after I'm done for making it, tie it around with some
Out of stone?
twine.
Oh, I understand. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with stone shape, you can't make the finer details. It's just like a little sausage.
Okay. Sausage.
But you do so.
Okay.
I just need to know how.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at it. Okay. I'll need to work it a little bit in order for it to work, but it should work. Okay. So that's one of the spell slots done. And for my final 4th level spell slot, I'm gonna cast it again to create a matching pair.
Eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you wanting to make an iris in it, or are you wanting to make just orb?
Yeah, an iris.
So unfortunately, with stone shape, you aren't able to get fine mechanical details in there, but you can make a very smooth orb.
Okay. So I'm just gonna look at it and be like, this is a lot better than I thought it would be able to do. Okay. Cool. You're better at craftsmanship than I am, Vola. And I'm just gonna pull out my dagger. Do I have anything better? I do not. And I'm gonna hand it to her and be like, if you want to help me kind of make either the loops for finger or irises for the eyes, I would appreciate the help. Plus, I might give you something else to think about. If not, I could get it done on my own.
Wait. Do you want me to... One more time.
Okay. And I'm gonna hold up one of the eyes. So these, I'd like to have irises be on the eye instead of just orb.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold up the nubbin, and I'm like, but this needs 2 holes in order for me to be able to tie it to my actual hand.
You were able to make the holes. It's not the problem. It was
okay.
the detail on the finger you couldn't make.
Okay, that's fine. Then never mind. I'm gonna be irises.
And then I'm just gonna put down my bag, and I'm going to just take out my sword, lay it on the ground, take out my flail, lay it on the ground, take out my hand axe, lay it on the ground.
And hold up, and I'll just take out my dagger and hand it over.
Okay. And then Vol's just gonna kind of
Make.
And then just be like, and then she's gonna just kind of go up to Nathan and just just and just kind of move his face around, and he's tiny compared to her, so it's and then she's gonna be like, why do you want me to carve it? It's smooth.
But it.
And then I'm just gonna give him back his dagger, and I'm gonna take out one of my color marbles and just
You do notice, Vola, that the thought does occur to you that you could, with your marble, color the stone.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna draw a little iris on this stone.
What?
I'm gonna draw an iris on the stone.
Okay.
It's gonna be green.
I was gonna ask what color.
Green eyeball. So are you looking for realism, or are you just drawing a green circle?
Well, Vola's gotten pretty good at realism, so I think
Okay.
that she could
But you are trying for realism.
Yes.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this, I'm going to say make a performance check, except, what is your primary stat? What is your highest stat? Is it strength?
My highest stat?
Is it strength?
It's strength, and it's a +4.
Use strength for this modifier.
Okay.
Just because you've practiced enough with drawing, you're very proficient at it, we'll call it your highest stat.
Oh no.
Oh God, what did you do?
With advantage.
Oh no. But I rolled a nat 1, so with advantage, I'm gonna try again.
A nat 1.
Wow.
I meant to say with advantage because of all your drawing.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait, this is paint. Doesn't she usually have advantage with her paint?
Yeah. That would have been funny though.
That would have been hilarious.
Just
So I use my +4 modifier and then my proficiency bonus too, because I am proficient in drawing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be 18.
Okay.
Much better.
They are very nice eyeballs. Very desirable. They look just like Nathan's.
Okay.
Because it's what you modeled them off of?
Yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to
Talk
hand it
about
back.
father-son resemblance.
Here's another eye for
He
you.
has your eyes.
so Nathan's just gonna kind of like look at basically his disembodied eyes in his palm, just
What have I done?
thank you. This is a lot better than I was going for. Little unsettling for me, but you know, yeah. Anyway,
And I just am going to say, if you had had me chip it, it probably would have hurt more.
yeah, fair enough.
And I'm just gonna pick up like a random rough rock on the ground and just go like lightly, but still like tough enough to like scratch on like his like face or whatever. I'm like,
Mhm. Yeah, that's some unpleasantness, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go give these to him. Thanks, Vola. I appreciate it.
thanks. And now Vola, now knowing that she can color on things more than just paper.
Oh Jesus. Oh, let the vandalism start.
What have you done, Nathan?
To be fair, I have explained that already when she was in Corwin.
The guy did kind of say like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
but
That's
she
true,
didn't
we did.
think that far. She was like, paper. I need paper.
You're
But
welcome.
now
Now
she's
it's
like,
fully clicked.
Call it divine inspiration.
so she's going to draw the most perfect circle on the ground. Like
Like you did.
SpongeBob levels of the most perfect circle.
Okay, you know what? You know what? We're gonna let you have fun, okay? We're gonna let you have fun with this while we move on, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll come back to see what monsters you made, Doodle Bob. Doodle Vola.
Hey.
Oh boy. What are the clerks gonna walk out on?
Doodle Vol.
Doodle Vola.
Doodle Vol. Nathan,
Mhm.
you find your way back to the infirmary.
So I'm gonna like put my pseudo pinky in my bag for now. Yeah, I'm assuming you're still there as well, Dale?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Daya's just full on nerd of the day. She's gonna help him if he still has his armor on. Get his armor off. She's gonna have.
There
like,
is
you know,
no
the
way
wash
you
rag
still have your
clean him.
armor on him. No.
I
There's
was
no
hoping
way.
not. Just like I'm trying to get him comfortable. She's like got the wash rags, cleaning him. She's in nurse mode.
Yeah, no, you're in like your like tunic, trousers, like your very basic Osmond right now.
Okay.
You're basic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
basic.
And so Nathan's gonna walk in. He's gonna look over at it. Hey, so I kind of fixed two things just now. But I kind of need your help with it, as orientation is weird. I made these, and I'll show her.
You hear Osmond the clanking of stone, like marbles. Deb, you see these very unsettling, very like uncanny valley set of eyeballs that Nathan has in his hand that look like his, and you can still kind of tell they're stone, so it's a little uncomfortable.
Vola did the coloring, and she was looking at mine, so that kind of goes for it. Osmond, sorry, realized that you cannot see. Kind of prosthetic eyes. So at least keep stuff out for the time being.
That's very thoughtful.
Not have to use them. I just thought it
Nice,
would
champ!
keep stuff out.
You did real good, buddy.
Nice
We're
job.
gonna hang these on the fridge.
Ugh.
Well,
Astrobauna totally would.
I'll just
sure.
kind of like hold my hand out.
Now put them in your palm.
Thunk, thunk.
I'll grab one of them and hold it back. Just the one.
Oh. Okay.
And then I'll take off my bandage and see how it looks.
You start to, and then you hear, "What are you doing?" from a cleric who rushes over and rips that off out of your hand. Are we just putting things in our skull all of a sudden? Do not do that! No! And she looks at you, Dea. I thought you knew better!
He did it so fast!
I thought it would be
You'd
better.
put it in!
I thought it would be better for keeping things out of his eye. Like,
Get out of here! Go!
It's
Shoot!
wrong!
Shoot!
Husband just kind of shakes his head and just like ties back around.
like,
Again, for a knowledge domain cleric, Oscar's doing some pretty stupid
Shove
shit.
a stone in his eye.
Once Nathan's gone, he's gonna be like, well, I didn't want to say no.
Damn it, Osmond!
Oh, wait! Okay. The silence is deafening.
Well, yeah, I
You,
would have
of
waited
course.
until Nathan was
No.
gone.
Like, because Dea, you know this. The nurse is still in earshot, and Osmond, you still guess she is, and so you're like, I didn't want to say no, and you just the silence is deafening. You don't understand how, but you can hear her disapproving gaze.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you're okay? And she like
Yeah.
touches his head.
Clearly, he put a lot of time and effort into this. And
They are beautiful. They're
don't
snow
know.
though. We'll see what the professionals have to say. If they can't do anything, maybe we can find a way to. I don't know. I feel like they actually have things made for this kind of. They're beautiful. Just so you know, they look exactly like his eyes. So people would probably think you were related.
Oh. You know, I'm almost kind of sad I didn't get it in before she stopped. I always wondered what I'd look like with green eyes.
At this point, don't you just wonder what you look?
Yeah, you're right. Oh, come on, that was a joke.
No, Dea's just like you hear soft laughter. My God, Austin, what am I gonna do with you?
The question for the ages.
What else today? Nothing?
Nathan's just gonna find a place in the courtyard to camp out.
Yeah,
Dea.
find some place to sleep.
Yeah, Dea, where do you sleep?
If I can find a chair somewhere, I don't want to.
I heard I didn't want to leave, and that's it.
Oh, sorry. If they don't force me to leave, I don't want to leave. So I would just like find a chair or something and.
They don't make you.
Okay.
Lodgings are offered to each of you if you accept. I imagine a lot of you do. They put you up. The way their dwellings work is there's this huge cave system, like on the wall. far beyond the courtyard, there's just this big mountain in which these little crevices are carved out, large enough for rooms. There are curtains that block out viewing, and you're each given one.
And actually, Nathan will actually chill out there.
Dea, you find a comfortable enough place in a very odd position on a chair, and the night goes on. For the most part.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh no.
I expect nothing less.
What?
It's a
No,
ritual now.
I saw it coming. All right.
What do y'all have against beautiful
How
music?
did you see it coming?
Shit. Fine. Maybe I will do something shitty just because of that.
No, it wasn't a bad thing. I just calling it as I
Already.
don't see it.
Osmond, you have something of a sleepless night, seeing as it is now pointless to close your eyes?
Yeah.
You reflect on the events of the days past. And you start to realize reflect on the things that you won't be able to enjoy anymore. And it kind of starts to scare you. Your eyepiece warms just a little bit. Oh, gods, Osmond. What has become of you? It is the unmistakable voice of Eliza.
Mm-hmm.
Even in this weird time where you can't see, there's like this very vague part of you that wishes you could see her just for the sake of seeing. And you feel a presence sit on the side of your bed. And you can feel a gaze on you. Does it hurt?
Do you even have to ask?
That's fair. How? Is there a plan, or... You don't look like you're dying, and I'm very familiar with that subject.
Just rolling with the punches.
I know you're very tired, so I'll keep this brief. I think I can help you, if you'll let me.
Last time you offered your help, we both know how that turned out.
Well, you could say no. I can... My magic may be limited where I am, but I can most certainly restore this. You can't... There is, of course, no physical projection of her, but you can't help but feel a tingle around the eye.
If I ever get my sight back, it will not be by your magic.
Osmond, don't be a fool. I'm just looking to help.
Seems to be the theme of today.
I don't think you're stupid, for what it's worth.
No. I do not regret what I did.
Just... Please let me help. My magic does come with prices, but... Very well.
No, the answer is no.
I will light a candle for you tomorrow. I truly hope that you will regain your light again. You feel the presence vanish. And you are, for what you know, The only one awake in the room now.
Okay.
You can probably hear Dea softly snoring, so.
He probably doesn't sleep.
Morning comes. Pretty abruptly, honestly. It's been a very stressful few hours.
No kidding.
Understatement of the year.
It's a long rest.
And so whenever I'm awoken by the screaming skull, I'm gonna
Slave! It is time!
Okay, hold on, give me 1 second.
I cannot! Oh, okay, I can.
And I'm just gonna grab the stick and shove the other eye into the left eye.
What'd you do? Why do I feel
You
encumbered?
have one eye.
Why do I feel pretty?
Oh, so pretty.
I feel witty, even. The skull, of course, doesn't really move, but you hear, like, echoing in your head, did you? Are these for me?
Well, you only have the one. I gave the other one to my friend. But if he doesn't want that, then I'll just shove that in there as well.
I have such a tragic backstory now. I can tell all the lady skulls how I lost it in a terrible harpooning accident or something. I don't know. I'll think of something cooler. Anyway.
We need some lady skulls.
We will.
I'll just
Anyway.
prop him up against the wall.
Yes.
And get my drink ready.
Good. Sit down, because this one's a doozy. All right, slave. I want you to title today's... Ugh.
And I started writing at All Right Slave.
All right, slave. I want you to title today's rant as philosophical findings. I've done a lot of heavy thinking these past 24 hours, and I think I have finally solved life, the great puzzle. Would you like to know the answer? Of course you would. Don't answer that. So it all started when I was born.
Jeebus.
10 out of 10 reference. 10 out of 10.
And then we don't hear from Nathan for 2 more hours.
He misses the entire ritual.
Isn't the deal 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Oh, thank God.
Somehow, he makes 10 minutes feel like a year. Your wrist kind of cramps. He manages to cover not only his origins of how he was born, which apparently involved a milkmaid named Marta and a carpenter named Alejandro down the southern side of Janusaar. Along with... He went into a little too much detail on his procreation.
Of course he did.
Into his details of becoming a necromancer because he wanted to make more friends, and what's more romantic. Actually, he picked up necromancy because he wanted to meet girls, which, technically speaking, did work out for him. And then going into the meaning of life, in which you kind of blacked out. Your writing's turned into a little bit of scribbles at this point, but there's something about Gouda cheese. And from what you can gather, a cleric must have dropped some, and he must have gotten a whiff at some point. This one's a doozy.
Oh, jeez.
And so I'll just read it over once again.
Yes, sounds right. Did you put a period at the end of that last sentence? It's very important for dramatic effect. That's why I said it.
I may not have had normal schooling, but I at least try and keep my letters correct.
Wonderful, slave. Anyway, this has been a wonderful sunrise rant. I am ready for the day.
Right. And I'll keep an eye out for any more accessories for you. And I'll
Oh, goddamn, you find any of that cheese, you best fuck me up. fuck me up with that cheese.
I don't know how I'll do that given that you're just ahead, but I will do my best, I guess.
Yes. That's what I like to hear from my indentured servitudes.
Nathan actually chuckles with that and heads up.
Watch them actually become BFFs. Plot twist.
Plot twist.
You thought Avatar had a great, like, villain-hero friendship. No.
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 Anyway,
Redemption arc of the century.
am I right in imagining that we meet in the infirmary?
Yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You all gather together. Dea, you wake up last. As you're sitting back in a chair. And your back fucking, it's wrecked.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
Husband probably, like, on hearing her start to stir, probably would have sat up.
Would you do something with a little more efficiency this time around? You all meet in the infirmary. Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Morning.
And Arnis is actually up pretty early herself. You catch up the morning's events. Cress standing right behind her. Are we ready?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Are we gonna be helping in this ritual at all? Or?
With any luck. Yes.
Dea gives Osmond's hand a squeeze.
And then I'm gonna try to get up.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm ready!
Make a Constitution save.
Aha, much better. 18.
He stands, ladies and gentlemen. You do, like, take his side very quickly, like, arm on his back, like, hand on his chest, like, whoa.
Right. Oh my god.
But he seems to
and
sit.
then, just 1 second. And then I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye to create an invisible magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration.
Hold on.
You
Hold
must
up.
receive visual information from the eye.
Oh my God.
Bravo.
How long is the
Bravo.
duration?
Play of the game.
It's up to an hour.
Okay. Well, fuck.
Okay, so here's the thing.
That's amazing.
In order to use this eye efficiently, you would have to basically put it in your eye.
I mean, I'm not going to. I'm going to put it, like, right here. Temporarily live my life in third person and just kind of balance myself on Dea.
I hate clerics
I'm
so
imagining,
much.
like, Ghost from Destiny.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much. Except it's, like, right here, like a shitty camera, like a GoPro. It is a very bizarre fucking feeling.
If it's, like, extraordinarily strange, I'd probably shift it forward so I can't see myself.
Is that what my hair looks like?
I've never seen the back of my head before.
I really need to invest in a brush.
I feel like, okay, would he see the skull sticking out of Nathan's pack that
Yeah.
has one of Nathan's eyes?
Yeah, you do see this.
Because the skull is always, I imagine, like right
Yep.
here.
He is here.
It's on his staff, so you're like wearing it on your back.
Yeah.
Do we see the eye, or is
Yeah,
it
you do.
invisible? We do?
Oh, the arcane eye?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you don't
No,
see
the
that.
arcane
No,
eye?
we do.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought you were talking about the skull. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, we see that.
Does the eye move around in the skull at all, or no?
No. I mean,
Oh, okay.
whenever you, like, take a step...
Shake it.
It's a googly eye!
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
Oddly appropriate for that guy.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Giving that fucking
Oh my
skull
God.
to Nathan was one of the best things I've ever done.
Anyway, you follow Arnis and Cress. They lead you out slowly because Osmond apparently wants to walk now. And I don't imagine a
Dave's
lot of the
not
clerics are
leaving
very
you
happy
behind.
with that.
I shoo away anyone who tries to help except for Dea.
Like, shh.
Thanks.
There is this big circle drawn out in the courtyard. And they motion for each of you to sit around the circle. Osmond, however, they direct you to the center.
I give him a quick kiss before he goes into the center.
Yeah, and then I'm going to send the arcane eye straight up so I can look down on it.
Oh god, how bizarre.
Especially since this is your only source of vision.
Yeah.
Osmond turning into J.J. Abrams.
Lens flare.
Lens flare.
So, Arnis, Crest takes his place in the ritual circle. You do not hear any footsteps, any clanking of armor. It's just the breeze and the trees rustling in the grass. We've made a decision to use a sort of divine intervention. Normally, it doesn't succeed very often,
I tried reaching out to Ogma the other day.
but we think with enough simultaneous casting and added will from your companions, we might force a response. We don't know what will happen. It is probably best your friends are with you because me and Cress will be holding down the fort, and I don't know if we'll see what you see. Are you ready?
Who? Okay, so just to clarify, each of you will separately be asking for Ogma's intervention
Together.
together. Right.
We do not possess the magic necessary to restore you, but if we can get someone to hear, maybe they do. Are you ready?
Yes.
They start chanting a phrase in Celestial. Anytime any of you try to make sense of what they're saying, it becomes lost, as what they start to say turns almost into a chant, a song. Would you?
Still understand? I speak Celestial.
Yes. You can make a so do you want to look for it too?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I speak it as well.
Well, god fucking damn. So all three of you make, so to speak. All three of you make insight checks.
15.
19.
You are all able to make out bits and pieces. These are prayers that are normally associated with Ogma, the Enlightened One, Seeker of Scrolls, Knowledge Keeper. We ask you for your aid, your blessing, that sort of thing. You're not able to get like whole sentences, but you can pick out words. Are all of you helping in this ritual?
Yes.
I'm doing the best I can.
I guess.
Always
Try.
physically present.
Okay.
Just
So you're like
thinking.
you're around the circle. Like none of you have opted out.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Osmond, friends, you feel yourselves rise ever higher, a pit forming in your stomachs with a rapid ascent. A subtle breeze kisses your cheek, and a wonderful warmth trills from your head to your toes. The rest of you find yourselves amidst a sea of black clouds lined with gold. A gilded throne nestled betwixt two mountainous umbral vapors which dwarf anything you ever imagined before. Never have you all felt so small. Seated in the gilded throne is a man. He has snowy, short hair and a golden crown atop his head. He's dressed in golden finery fit for a god, with a fatherly smile. You feel very comfortable in this place. Welcomed. And that is where we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
Are we live yet?
What?
Are we on the internet?
Internet, I want you to know what I deal with. This is not.
Hello, internet.
This is not a D&D stream.
Oh, wait. Are we
This
off break
is-
now?
A diary. This is a diary to chronicle my descent into madness.
Oh hey.
And I
that's
just
called
need,
chicks, guys. What the heck? That's
I just
awesome.
need the internet to bear witness as I
So you're
fucking
saying
murder
Shouldn't shovel more mac and cheese in my face.
6 fools. You're literally meeting God, okay?
Oh, right.
Oh,
so I
that's
should
a no on the macaroni.
Do you not hear the angelic choir?
Yeah, so is that a no on the mac and cheese?
You feel very comfortable in this place. Welcomed.
Yeah, we're just getting comfortable, man.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's great.
Do you have Wi-Fi? Do you have Wi-Fi? Can I get some
What's your Wi-Fi password?
What's your Wi-Fi password?
Because
Okay,
apparently I don't know my own Wi-Fi password.
Actually, serious question. Can I see? No. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like a god's domain. Who knows?
Norm.
You don't,
I
because you
don't.
can't see.
'Cause I can't see. Well, no, then I would know.
So, as soon as
You
we
know.
get
You
there-
know where you are.
As soon as we get there, I'm like, oh. So this is what. Okay, cool.
The man in his throne nods at a lot of you and looks with a curious expression. Osmond, it is very strange. You can't see any of this, but you feel your emotions as if they're not your own change. So, like, as you can sense Ogma become curious, you become curious.
What?
Oh, and to a like a bow, like once she sees him, realizes what.
Cress
What is
and
it?
Arnis are nowhere to be found.
I mean, once I like sense his presence, I'm down.
He smiles and waves. And once his brows furrow again in curiosity.
He did some dumb stuff to try and learn.
I'm sure he knows.
Yeah.
Ogma, we're here to ask for your help. With the assistance of all my friends, we're hoping that perhaps you can provide some sort of assistance in helping me gain my sight back.
He looks off into the direction, and you hear like this whooshing sound, like a heavy wind. You see these umbral auras clouds part to make way for 3 new figures. Osmond, you do hear footsteps into the room. A woman in a white cloak holding fast to a shepherd's crook. Another woman with blonde hair clad in heavy armor and a red silken hood. And a masked figure with a porcelain owl mask obscuring his face. They take up spots nearest the man on the throne.
Do I recognize the owl mask?
The owl mask? Yes.
The man wearing, yeah.
Do I feel like their divine presence? Just
Yeah,
like-
you do. You know you can't explain it, but you know exactly who is here.
I was gonna say, like, feel the divinity like quadruple up in this bitch.
Alright. Daya's on her knees right now.
The man with the owl mask approaches a little closer. So these are the mortals. What brings you here today?
I just point at Osmond.
Please not.
Meddling with things that perhaps were better untouched.
Such is the mortal way. Sisters, what say you? The woman in white keeps her face obscured and says nothing. The woman in red, however, makes some stride over to you. Still not crossing Nox, but definitely interested. I say we hear them out. Her words are like honey. Sweet and warm, motherly, almost. And Dea, you feel a weird pull.
You said like You said I feel the divine presence. Like, do I know?
You know exactly who is here. You know where.
Okay.
Like you can't see, but you can sense. You just know.
Okay.
So you know who's speaking. You know who's where.
Is this the big S to the Ray?
Is
To the
this my
right.
girl?
Please call her that.
Are you the big S to the Ray?
Are you S
It's
Tizzle?
a girl. Darren, right?
No, it's just confirmation for you.
It's your boy.
It's your boy,
It's me,
Osmond.
your boy.
God. We
Ah.
live.
Mac and cheese.
Your
Lunch
boy.
dinner break
Gonna be
changed
blind
you.
forever.
Hi, gods and goddesses. It's me.
Oh,
Your
your boy.
Okay,
going to
could
hell.
you imagine the cleric praying like that?
Please.
That'd be a character one day, my
It's
God.
funny that you think Bentry doesn't.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's a
Anyway,
trickster domain.
you,
Oh my God.
anyway, yes, you do recognize that goddess to be Saren Ray.
Okay. We appreciate your audience.
Nox continues. It isn't every day that all four of us get drawn into one request. Why should we restore your sight?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how much you know as to how I got into this situation.
A thing or two?
Well,
Mortal hubris, from what I gather.
in a way. I lost my eyesight merely in an attempt to glean more information and more knowledge as to how. Wow, I'm sorry, I just totally spaced her name. Give me 1 second. Brain fart.
Whose name?
Cloud sight?
Yes, Cloud Sight. That was it. Yeah, sorry. I'm also Cloud Sight.
I thought you were doing that in character too. Like, whoa, hold on a minute.
Well, hold on.
No. No, I was just
Osmond
spacing out.
saying brain fart.
I was merely seeking information and knowledge as to how I'd be able to save Lady Cloudsight. And I understand that you're meddling with things such as fate and far beyond mortal comprehension, but I merely sought to know more and to save someone from such a violent fate. She didn't deserve it.
Are you being honest, Osmond?
100%.
Make a persuasion check.
Not Miss Tucker.
That is a 21.
Alright.
His head cocks to the side. We know of you, Aldenala. Your deeds have reached our ears and our attention. We know of your dreams. This is not my decision to make. You feel a dip in your stomach as Ogma seems to question. Acknowledge. I cannot advise returning your sight. Brother, why? The red-headed asks. The witch is with him. Even I cannot see what transpires in those dreams.
On the contrary, I believe that is exactly the reason why my sight should be restored.
Do your companions think this way?
Please.
I just kind of like turn my head to.
Please, Divine Ones. Osmond's insight is greater than anyone could hope, especially when dealing with the witch Eliza. He alone can help tremendously in fighting against her. To have his sight back would... She shows herself to him, and that is something that can help us greatly. He is a good man. He is not a perfect man, but he has shown he is stronger than he gives himself credit for. He only wants to do what's right. And he will obviously put himself in harm's way to try and do that.
Sister, is this the one you discussed? The red-headed one. The red-headed one nods. Indeed, I was hoping to meet her today. Is she honest?
Oh shit.
Yes, as honest as any. The owl mask character sizes you up. And the rest of you. He looks at you, Vola. Why is it important his sight return to him?
Because when I see things, I don't always know how to describe them, and I can draw them, but I don't know what they are, and he normally knows what they are when I show him the drawings, and if he can't see the drawing, can't touch them either because they're smooth.
So for his intelligence. Sisters, does one require their sight to be intelligent? They don't seem to pay him a mind. The one known as Ogma seems to keep a straight face. Many lead long, successful lives without their sight. Why should we restore one mortal? We could pick another. You hear a raspy voice, not a raspy voice, a richer one, come from the woman in white. Another such as this will not exist in time, brother.
Yeah, isn't he part of some prophecy or something?
I was just gonna say
Like, I
that.
figured that would make him important to y'all, but, you know. And then he'll look down at his pinky and then just shut up.
The owl-faced one strides over to you, Nathan. Silently. For as large, as imposing as he is, you do not hear him. He descends upon you very quickly. Do you know who we are, boy?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
No, I'm honestly not that learned in religious figures. Where I came from, we kind of relied on ourselves to stay alive.
Oh, I know. I know about your mother. I know about the feelings you had for a one red-headed female in your village. I know why you left. I know everything there is to know. So perhaps, for this one moment, unless you wish to lose more than one digit, we remain silent, yes?
My Lord Knox, if I may pose a question.
Of course. He backs away from you, Nathan, a little bit.
It seems as if you know quite a lot, and seemingly most everything there is to know about our group. May I ask why you don't believe I should get my eyesight back?
The switch is more powerful than you know. When the God of Knowledge and Secrets tells you that I cannot see into one area, it should frighten you. I cannot see into what you know as the Arboretum. I've never seen it. Only she has proven adept at hiding herself from me, and that makes me very wary. I have seen her in the past, and I do not imagine time in solitary has softened her.
I would not dare lie here.
I know.
If there is anything you would like to know about my experiences with her or the Arboretum, you merely need to ask.
The woman in white steps up and holds fast to her crook. How are we to know that she cannot use you, as she has many others before?
How are we to know what? Sorry.
How do we know that she will not be using you, like she has with others in the past?
I
Perhaps
believe
losing your sight was a blessing. She cannot see through you. She cannot use you any longer.
I've proven myself to be quite a resistance to her as of yet. I'm sure if you know so much about our group, you know the mistake I made before I met them.
This is
You
true.
know, then you know what I did to make up for it.
And what of the other one, brother? Sister? The woman in red removes her hood and approaches you, Dea.
Yeah, Daya's standing right now. Her hands are clasped and she's like shaking.
She has blonde hair, beautiful features. Again, very motherly. Her words are soaked in honey. Her hair is golden as the sun. She kneels down. And, hi. It is a wonderful... It's a pleasure to meet you, finally.
She's speechless right now. She's like on the verge of tears.
My name is Saren Ray. And I imagine you have questions.
So many.
I can only give you a little bit of insight, unfortunately. I have heard of people like you, blessed by a god at birth. And that is why your powers are so erratic. You are mine. It wasn't intentional, but here you are. And I wanted you to know where they came from. You see, there was a time long ago when a prophecy was made that indicated a great evil's reemergence. As such, steps were taken to bless an individual with the gift for magic, to be a light in the darkest of times. And it seems, little one, that person was you.
Why me?
It was a deal I made near the dawn of time. It could have been anyone else. This seems to be where the chips have fallen.
I'm not worthy, my lady, but with every last waking breath I have, I will do whatever I can to fulfill that light for you.
Do what you can for yourself. Live a full life. Fight what evils that need fighting. This is not for me, this is for you, for the world. I do not require devotion, only acceptance. Can you give that to me?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Wonderful. She, caresses your cheek just very slightly and stands back up and regards Nox and just, I'll see you around, and backs up a little.
He's got little tears.
One moment, Nox says. He takes a moment to converse with the other gods. Osmond, you recognize the woman in white as Sephusk, the lamb. A decision has been made. Ogma stands up and silently makes his way over to you, Osmond. It's funny, the stature of Ogma. Rather short. Barely taller than you, Dea. And most certainly shorter than Osmond. He even looks quite young. In human terms, it might be mid to late 20s.
As I feel him approach, I kneel.
You do so. You feel a hand on the side your eye was taken. And you feel a curiosity as he also reaches for your eyepiece, like questioning.
I just lightly shake my head no.
You feel the presence fade. You feel a warmth. Like someone has just put a candle in your eye. But you don't stop to burn. You find for the first time in the past 24 hours that you are able to open an eye. Even in this heavenly place, the light almost blinds you all over again. It's a lot to take in for a first sight with a new eye.
Wow.
And for any that were to see him, you see that his iris has changed to a golden color.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Puts his hand on your shoulder, and he smiles at you. Nox, continue. I'm sorry.
Is there anything I can do to repay you for this favor?
Nox responds for him. Try not to lose any more.
Of course.
You have a compelling argument, cleric. We look forward, my brothers and sisters look forward to seeing what you all accomplish, as you are all a part of the prophecy.
Thank you. All of you.
Prepare. You see the gods disappear back into the clouds. You lower and lower, like the landing of a plane. And you come back into the material realm. Everything seems normal. Time barely seems to pass. And Cress and Arnis seem to immediately just be like, whoa, okay. And the ritual ends. Osmond, you can see again.
Just kind of take a moment to just like look around.
Yeah.
Well, that was an experience.
Yeah. Hey, if I say any more dumb shit, can someone please just tell me to shut the fuck up?
Oh no, I've given up. I've tried. I just let you live with whatever consequences you get.
Fair enough.
Daya's gonna run up to Osmond and like grab his face and just start kissing it. All over.
Yeah,
The
I'll give
scars
you a
are
hand
not
back.
gone.
Yeah, of course.
And every day you get to meet 4 gods. All at once.
No shit.
Yeah.
I believe you would have also recognized each of those gods, Azrabana.
Yeah. Azrabana knew. She just wasn't saying anything. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and be respectful, and that's it.
I'll just like, once Dale lets up a bit, that was incredible.
Did it work?
It's like-
Did it work?
I'm
Arnis
just
like rushes up to you.
It's still just like looking at Dale, just like squeeze her shoulder. You got to meet Saren, right?
Gotta be Sarenrae, and she starts crying. I thought I was going to faint.
I'll turn to Arnis.
And
So
she
you can see
like
her face.
rips you down to like her level and like puts her hands on your head. Are you okay? And like looks at your eyes. She's just like, nice.
Nice.
Do I don't know it's gold, do I?
You do not.
What did your eyes used to be before? Weren't they like
They were lilac.
lilac? Yeah, I thought they were like a purple.
If you look closely, it seems the eye like is slowly turning back to its original color.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was just about to change my eye color, but I will not.
Well, very casually. Meanwhile, Vola
I think.
is dead,
She got-
like very
I
dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Oh,
she
God.
just passed out.
The experience was just too much.
Probably.
Too
Too
much
much.
for her.
Too much.
Poor thing.
Well, listen,
Oh
conscious.
man.
Aha!
Hey,
Ah.
you okay?
That was me. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're
Are you okay?
I was up for work at 4:30 this morning, so I'm just a little bit tired. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
You're
I didn't want you to leave. I didn't want to leave you to bear for the internet to see sleeping.
Yeah,
Did I just fall asleep on stream?
Yeah.
I think so.
We're real people.
We'll be right
Speak
back,
for yourself.
actually. 1 second. We'll be right back. Okay, we had to put our warrior to bed, so...
She's sleeping.
Yeah.
Very
She
sleepy.
tired. She
Big
had a long
sleep.
day.
Big sleep. Continuing off,
Yes.
what's next? You have, like, Arnis just, like, look at you, make sure, like, your eye's okay. Crest seems to breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Okay,
Well-
okay, that's enough.
On the one hand, I guess it's a good thing you got your sight back, but on the other, I had so many pranks planned for you.
As I'm sure you did.
They just
I'm sure you'll think of
laughing.
more.
Well, no, because now you can see them coming. I can't do it anymore.
Osmond, I don't want to, like, go back on giving a gift, but since you don't need it now, do you still want that eye or not?
I think you'd look good with two.
The way this is now, one is like this, like crossed, and the other is like up this way.
I try to,
Got,
like,
like,
reposition
an
them to
astigmatism.
be proper.
God damn, I feel like a fucking sex god right now. How many other skeletons are going to have not one, but two eyes? This is going in tomorrow's rant. I'm putting it down. Making mental notes.
I should have thought forward ahead of this because Azravana would be very happy to hear what you just said. Anyway.
So what now?
Yeah,
We have to.
We go clubbing, my treat.
I just, like, put a hand over his mouth.
We have to find a way onto some fucking dimension or plane with mirrors.
Back to the problem at hand.
Oh,
And then
I'm
I'll
gonna share.
yeah, I was about to say I'll help Azravana kind of distribute the knowledge with Arnis and Chris.
Co-nude.
Yeah, I also wanted to share the door that I saw.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we don't know
The
that.
information I found on that.
Yeah.
Co-noodle. Co-nude.
co-nude.
That sounds like something Cyrus would be into.
Probably.
Aren't most partners typically into co-nudity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually.
Anyway,
I mean, there are some. I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah.
stop.
I did.
Okay, so noodles that.
Arnis is just like, okay, you're fine. Everybody go to sleep. Oh. Don't lose another fucking eye, dingus. Cool?
Don't worry about it.
She
Get
just
out
like,
here.
cool. Cress follows. Just gives you like a weak smile and just says, please
I
not
was kind
again.
of like grab him on the shoulder.
Please not again.
Thank you for being there. You know,
Always. Literally always. He goes off too. What's next?
Right. So.
what time of
Shadow
day
doors.
is it?
It is still pretty early.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 10, 11.
yeah.
Damn.
In human time, this took no time at all.
So, Azravana, where do you think we should start with these shadow doors?
Problem is, it could be anywhere,
Right.
and there
That
are a
narrows
lot
it
of
down.
doors here.
So, did you explain that it's similar to like
A
like
demi-plane spell.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like
Yeah.
explain that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it's similar to a spell, then I'm sure it will emit some sort of magical aura.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is capable, but I'm able to use spells to detect magic. Perhaps we may be able to find it that way.
Also,
Am I?
we need to figure out some way we can protect ourselves so that we're not getting I don't believe we're getting a second rejuvenation of an eyeball if anyone knows anything.
Don't worry,
Hey, DMs.
it's not going to happen.
Would a protection from good and evil stop that effect?
Oh, I can learn that.
I have it.
Yeah, but then you don't have to waste like all your spells doing that.
It's a first
Is
level
this-
spell.
Is it only? Oh wait, is it only one person or?
I
Or
believe
is
so.
it-
Isn't it more as you
I'm
cast
gonna
it?
say yes.
Yeah?
I'm gonna say it will protect.
Okay, cool.
1 million creature you touch, and its concentration. Yeah.
Meaning you
Okay.
lose concentration and it's donezo.
So we could both cast it and get 2 people to be safe from it,
Yeah.
but the rest would be on their own.
And it doesn't protect the caster unless we cast
Exactly.
one ourselves.
I'm imagining that we're kind of having this conversation in character as well, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I imagine, right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nathan just says, I mean, what I could do is I could turn myself and with polymorph someone else into blind creatures. That way we don't have to look. Say, a giant bat.
I could do that too.
Are bats blind?
Yeah, then, well,
I mean, their eyesight's not
They can
great.
sense without sight.
Exactly.
They have fine sight. It's just they hunt better
Again,
without.
I don't know if that'll work in another plane.
and I don't know much about wraiths at all. I just learned about them the other day. I don't know.
Well-
And I know nothing about any of this shit, so this is all new information to me.
I have, some ability of keeping undead at bay, so perhaps once we're actually in its domain, that might be able to do something. As compared to just in a scrying spell, but I
It
don't
sounds
know.
like we just need to destroy the mirror, right? And then that should
Yeah.
destroy, from what you guys have told us.
Yeah, because it'll be that simple.
I'm just saying, if it is, then that would be great for once, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
pretty sure it's
size
not going to
might-
be that easy.
Wishful thinking at this point might not be that advantageous. We may have to plan for worst case scenario and
Yes.
then from there improvise.
Also, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that just like punching this mirror isn't going to break it. So I feel like the second we start to attack it, that thing's going to pop up and defend it.
That
And then we're all fucked.
If shit, so
Unless, hold up.
I can either polymorph someone else, or I can have my bats out and have them attack it while we keep the creature at bay.
again, the only
Non-magical object. Damn it. Never mind.
the only thing I could have that could work against this thing wouldn't help in this case because I can banish it back to its home realm, but if we're in its home realm, that's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of at a loss.
Well, okay, so I was actually looking at banishment as you were saying that.
It's
So I was
its
thinking about
native
it.
plane.
If it's on its native plane, it gets banished to a demi-plane, outside of its normal plane.
Okay.
If it's on another plane, it gets sent back to its home plane.
But would this be its native plane?
So the one I'm looking at, the one I have is Dispel Good and Evil, and it's Dismissal.
Dispel good and evil. No,
So-
okay. I was looking at
Yeah.
banishment.
Yeah,
That's what I thought you were looking at too.
Because banishment, it just makes it so it's not there.
Yeah.
Wherever there is, it's not there.
Yeah, I wish I had that. This one is you drive the creature back to its home plane.
Yeah. Which I don't think would work if we did that on its home plane.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Ugh.
Nope. I have a
I don't
great
I don't-
spell, but it doesn't work on magical objects.
I don't know about you guys, maybe we should go talk to for something to eat. I'm starving. I just witnessed 4 gods, one of which just said, I am hers. And
Okay.
I am ready to faint.
I mean,
Food
if
sounds
y'all
nice.
want, I'm honestly not gonna be much use because this is not my area of expertise. I can head down and get us some more food and come back up with a nice catch if y'all want.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Isn't it like a couple
Wow, wow.
days though?
I think it's like half a day is what.
Half a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you catch like 20?
Oh yeah. So then, never mind. Scratch that. I mean, I do have, and I just pull out like, I imagine I have them like on a line just.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Where were you hiding those?
In my bag. I kind of built.
Okay.
I planned for this. I had to do this a lot.
Well,
at home.
lucky.
Here, let's
What
go
was I
find
saying?
some place comfortable to discuss this.
Yeah.
Because imagine we're just standing in the middle of the courtyard.
I can build a barbecue pit, and I'm gonna start heading up to my dwelling.
Estravana,
Yeah.
you hear things. Make a perception check.
Oh no.
Okay.
This bad. Bad things about to happen.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
19.
You hear fighting coming from one of the nearby hallways. Whether or not you want to investigate or... Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Double checking something real quick.
Oh no. This bad.
Big scare.
Much afraid.
It depends on what kind of fighting is it. Like, are we talking about
Screaming.
fighting or just scream? Okay.
Good.
Not sure I like that any better.
You turn a corner, and you see this person. Get away from me! Get away from me! To one of his friends who seems very confused. You see they were in the process of like covering up a mirror, and the person who
Fuck.
screamed is like panting heavily, and he bolts in one of the directions, like closer towards the sanctum.
I'm gonna go and share this with the group.
You hear a door slam in the sanctum as you leave to tell them.
The sanctum is where all the mirrors are at, right?
The sanctum was where you first entered.
Okay.
But as Giovanni, you do find your group and you do inform them of this happening.
What?
You cut out.
You do
Yeah.
find your friends and you tell them what's happening.
Oh.
Okay.
Another attack.
I don't think we should just let him go be on his own if it's anything like.
If it has anything to do with the mirror, then you should.
Yeah.
If two of you want to go, perhaps destroy the mirror.
I can do that.
I may be able to assist if he's. I don't know.
I'll do it.
Oz, we can go investigate, see what the commotion is, and then.
Yeah.
Sanctum, you said it was in that direction?
Yes.
Yeah, I can. Can I show them where?
Yes, you can show him like the direction he went.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with them.
Okay.
And the rest of you, Nathan, Cyrus.
Gonna go
I'm pretty
back
sure
towards
we're on
the mirror.
Mirror Smash.
Okay, you
Yeah.
guys are going to destroy the mirror. Vola is nowhere to be seen. It seems visiting a different realm. She's a very materialistic person, very on this plane of existence. Seems to have taken a lot out of her, so to speak.
Past 2 days
Nice.
have been rough.
Yeah.
Nice cop out, go me. So, you make your way over to the mirror. It's already covered. There's a sheet over it. You see this gnomish man, very confused, like trying to turning over something in his head as he's tying things back together.
Hi, we heard that there was
Oh, the visitors.
some. Yeah, we heard that
Hi.
there was some nonsense about the mirror. Is everything okay? What was
I
going
don't know
on?
about the mirror, but my friend's acting pretty weird.
Did
Yeah, there's been some weird shit going on with mirrors. Something about a wraith, basically.
I heard, but we weren't looking at
attacking
it.
people. Was your friend?
I don't think so, no. We were pretty
What did
caught
they
up
say?
in. Well, we were talking about going down to the city for a day to just be around people other than monks for a while. And all of a sudden he just screamed at me. Like I had hit him or something. Like he
Where
was
the
afraid
mirror
of me.
then?
It was just right here. We were looking at each other while we were talking and I saw the change in his face. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we should probably destroy it.
Yep.
Oh,
So I'll just take out my normal stuff.
I'm gonna cast
oh,
a.
oh, ah!
Wait, is it a magical mirror, or is it just like a basic?
Looks just like a mirror.
I'm gonna cast a first level shatter on it.
It as it shatters into smithereens. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me make sure. I think shatter is second level, so whatever the basic level of shatter is.
Couple
That's the
mirror
second level.
shards in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's fine. Yeah. So it's second level, but still, it's the base level of shatter. So.
The mirror explodes into tiny granulated pieces. The gnome seems very surprised by this development and barely was able to turn away in time. You almost made someone else lose an eye.
Good job.
It's like,
Sorry. I forget. It's been a while since I've used a spell. I forgot how much punch it's got.
cool. I'm gonna be not here. And he left.
Cool.
Mirror destroyed.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
How many other mirrors do you bet are in this damn temple?
Probably a lot.
At least one.
Nathan takes out his spear again. Are we gonna go with preventative measures now, or are we just gonna wait until someone else goes nuts?
I think this is called genocide.
Mirror
I
genocide.
like where your head's at,
Mirror
Nate.
genocide.
I like where your head's at. Let's do it.
Speaking of heads, you make a good point, and so I'll pull out the other staff and get
Oh,
that ready for smashing.
Hey, hey! What?
So on our way over.
You will be hearing about this tomorrow morning, you son of a... And you, hand it off and you can't hear him anymore. To which Silas, the second it gets in your hand, you hear, "Bitch." Oh, hello.
The fuck?
My name's Onwin. I like warm hugs.
No, I know who you are.
Nathan's just gonna grin from like ear to ear, just be like, "Now you know what it's like to live inside my head."
You wouldn't smash a stick with glasses, would you?
You don't have glasses,
I have a prescription.
do you?
Yes. Call.
find
You
that
can send
very
a
hard to
raven
believe.
for my doctor.
Who's your doctor?
Boris Seagood.
Uh-huh. And where can I find this Dr. Seagood?
Around. In the parts where there's land.
That's pretty big, especially in the Janusaar.
Yeah, he gets around. It's a lot. He's a traveling optometrist.
I'm guessing I don't have to roll to see this is bullshit.
Roll for bullshit.
Alright. It is very unsettling that your eyes match his, but,
He winks.
you know, please don't do that. Please don't do that.
The skull winks. Oh no.
We make do
Just
with
like-
what we got.
Since he doesn't have eyelids, does the eye just like rotate
Yeah.
around?
Well, whack him and see.
He's getting more control of it.
Are you literally gonna
Let's
like?
go.
"Ah!"
Yeah, I'm gonna go smash shit
I'm gonna
with this.
pull out my own staff and get ready.
You just hear in your head. "Ah!"
Be the chaos you wish to see in the world.
The rest of you.
Oh my
So I was
god.
gonna say on the way, I'd like to cast sending
Yep.
to Cress since Arnis said she was going to bed.
Yes.
And I'll just say, in additional notes, destroy every mirror in the sanctum.
It will be done.
Well,
Immediate.
that wasn't the end of the message.
Okay, no, sorry. Cress was excited.
Except for one. Keep it covered, keep it contained. Don't let anyone look at it. If we end up having to face this thing on its home turf, if for whatever reason mirrors are involved in our exit, I don't want it destroyed. When this is all said and done, we can get rid of it.
Done. Azravana, you're leading them back the direction you saw the guy go.
Mm-hmm.
You find your way back into the sanctum, the really big area. There's shards of glass everywhere. Like, Crest must have already taken the initiative and smashed a few in the sanctum to begin with. You see these muddy footprints. He must have spent time outside. They turn a corner behind the big statue of Ogma, and they vanish. Osmond, you do know where this leads.
That's a big no-no.
Oh no.
This, he went somewhere that I have never been. It's specifically reserved for some of the higher priests in the temple. Give me one moment.
Don't like this music.
It likes you.
Ugh.
Can I just flag someone down to go fetch Cress for me?
Yeah. You see a little halfling, and she's like, right away. Does so. Cress is there within moments. He seems to already have very hard time staying still after what just happened.
Right, I apologize summoning you after I literally just sent you a message, but
Nope,
this one
fine.
required more in-person. So, we think someone might have had a glimpse into the mirror,
Oh boy.
and they're being affected. However, and then I'll just motion to the footprints.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us should be going into the sclerodome at this time.
Right. That's why I figured I should talk to you.
So we leave him.
Who are the highest ranking, pardon my intrusion?
That would be me and Fodogger that you met some time ago. He has holed himself up in his office for the time being.
You cut out.
That would be me and my compatriot Namaja Cloudsight and my compatriot, one known as Fodogger. You met him earlier briefly, but he has holed himself up in his chambers for now.
Right. The only issue is if we care about this person possibly surviving, I don't think we should leave him to his own devices.
What could he do in the sclerodome that we couldn't? If anything, would he just be contained and be fine?
I don't know. I've never been down there.
I have.
Claridome. If I may ask.
The sclerodome is a construct beneath the temple. It's where members of the Speculari, such as myself and my compatriots, go when they require a bit of an edge when scrying. If mirrors are a weapon right now, we'd be walking into an Iron Maiden.
Oh.
But if that poor boy went down there, I will go fetch him.
Hold on. And then before he heads down, I'll just reach over and cast protection from evil on him.
Smart call. Be careful.
Thank you.
No, don't look directly into any of the mirrors.
That will be hard, but
And from what it was at the gnomish couple, I think.
Yes.
Or halfling. Yeah, gnomish. The gnomish couple. The husband said his friend and what I assume is right. So if something like that happens to Bird, is that still there?
I know I'm not supposed to go down there. But if you're not out in 10 minutes, I will come down. Damned what the High Priest say.
well, I am the High Priest now, so I say you're fine.
Great.
Let's be honest, if you were to stay Osmond, you would have had this position much sooner than I would have.
Yeah, you know I like to travel.
If I don't come out, it was good to see you, friend. Again.
This isn't goodbye. You're coming back.
With any luck. Alright. He puts his hand against the calf of Ogma's statue. This golden energy circles up the statue, and you hear a bunch of clicking and whirring as a few steps. The ground beneath the temple starts to give way as steps begin to form downward in a spiral. You cannot see in, it's just darkness. Cress descends, one step at a time. Minutes pass. Assuming nobody's going to go in there anyway.
Nope, I've given him his 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You hear a crack. Magical or not, you can't discern. Could be anything.
Osmond's probably like impatiently tapping his foot.
The minutes drag on and on and on. until 10 minutes have passed. And there's no sign of Cress.
Right. Sending. Nathan, you and Cyrus get down to the main statue of Ogma, please.
In the middle of your destructive spree,
Oh my gosh.
it's a shame Vola would have enjoyed this.
Ah!
Fuck these mirrors! Gah!
Good
You
way to
make
blow
your
off
way
some steam.
through several rooms, and you're in the mid-swing, and you hear the screaming. Ah! Get down here now.
What?
So you just hear Osmond in your head.
Yeah. Okay. Is everything okay? I'm assuming not. What? I'll be there. Cool.
I was about to say, I'm not wasting another third level. That's that.
And so I'll just turn aside. Osmond is telling us to go down to where he is. I'm assuming
that can't be
shit's
good.
fucked. Yeah.
Probably a good assumption. Let's go. And I hand him back Onwin.
I like.
That's what he gets for deciding to become a staff.
I'm gonna look at him and say, at least you didn't see the wax coming.
You look at him, and you see that one of the eyes, it seems a hole got punctured somewhere in here, and you see one of the eyes has rolled over to the other side of his skull. So you see them both in there like a rain stick.
I just. Are you feeling okay? Okay, I'll leave you to yourself then.
Am I symmetrical?
I look at the skull.
Come on, be honest.
Is he symmetrical?
No!
I'm just gonna say, well, at least the good thing is nothing in nature is completely symmetrical, so
I
calm down. If you were hideous, I would have left you on the ground.
Anyway, that continues for a minute.
Yeah. As we walk down. Nathan
prob-
trying his damnedest to give a pep talk.
You get there and Osmond is like pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're all there now, right?
Twitchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll say Vola got the message too and is followed down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Right, so this is where our talks become reality. Everyone figure out what we're going to do to protect from seeing the wraith because we are going down there.
And essentially, I'm assuming a room full of mirrors? From what Chris
Yeah.
was saying.
Yeah, Osmond like looks really like nervous.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so do we want one of us to be a blind creature as well, or am I being the only one inhabiting windows?
I'd like to be me.
Okay. Anybody
I'd
not
rather
wanna
be me.
you?
I mean, I can change myself, but I'm useless if I'm not
What-
me.
Oh gosh.
That's the problem. Is I think a lot of us are, if we're not ourselves, we're useless.
Well, Vola
Should we
might not
put
be.
a blindfold on us?
Even if we can somehow blind everybody, like do a blindfold, one person has to see to lead us down there.
Protection from good and evil? Yeah?
Maybe if I can just
Totally.
get to the mirror, I can smash it before anything happens.
Okay.
That might have to be our best plan as we run in and smash everything.
I can smash things.
Okay.
Let's
Not
get
bad.
some people with protection from evil. Get them at the front.
I can do 4, including myself, so actually 3.
I'll go ahead and just turn into a giant bat as soon as we get in there, and we'll summon more before I do, and then because I can't cast spells as soon as I turn into.
If they're regular mirrors, I can get a good chunk of them.
So
All I need to do is get to the center of the room. And I can probably take out at least a good chunk of them.
Okay.
You all will have to probably stand back because there are going to be shards everywhere. But as long as they are not magical, if I can get to the center of the room, I can probably take out a good amount.
Okay.
right,
Would they be
regardless,
magical?
whatever happens, nobody look in any of the mirrors.
Got it. I'll have my bats close their eyes, and so will I.
So,
Protection from evil.
oh no.
Good. So, Mask, you didn't do that on yourself.
Yeah.
So so let me run in, and I can do my thing.
Okay. Before
I'll
we
run
go,
in first.
I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil. Once on myself. Once on Dea.
It's concentration.
Concentration. You can do it once to
Oh,
one
shit.
person.
Yeah.
Well, if Cyrus is running forward, cast it on him, and I'll be right there next to him.
Did you
I'll cast it on Cyrus.
tell if she, like, gives
I
him that?
I cast protection from evil on myself.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if Dea could tell that you did that, but
Lost one
You
eye.
saw you saw he cast something on himself.
okay. Okay.
Right. Well, we only have 10 minutes on this, so let's make it quick.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna. Okay, are we all ready? Are we doing this right now?
We kind of don't have much time.
Yeah.
All right. I activate my boots of speed and I run down there.
Bitch.
Conjure animals.
I'm glad
with
I
my
casted
bats,
the spell.
and I
Osmond takes off as fast as he can after Cyrus.
Cyrus.
I'll wild shape into a bat.
Yes.
Into a what?
Into a bat.
You dash down
Yeah.
there. Your enhanced speed.
Cyrus, you
Fast
probably
as
hear
you
as you disappear down the stairs and Dorvish, fucking...
you
Leroy.
come upon.
Jack!
You have to go step by step into the darkness. The darkness flies past you, seemingly slower than you altogether. 1 second. There it is. That's what we need. Slower than you altogether. You reach a landing, and there's this long hallway that goes forward, and you see a light at the very end of it.
I'm keeping my head down and going towards it.
You take off. The rest of you are about halfway down the stairs at this time, having to step down deeper into the darkness. Slightly offset by your collective dark vision, you can still tell the difference in the lighting. Cyrus, you bolt. You look downward, and the floor are mirrors. You look to the side, mirrors, 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 until it becomes very obvious to you that the entire thing is a huge dome built only out of mirrors and reflective surfaces. You see, before you get to this, you see the color red streaked across the side on your right, and you see a passed out gnome. His eyes ripped out of his skull. You do not see Cress. The rest of you at this time are hurrying down the hallway.
As soon as I see the mirrors, I yell over my shoulder, close your eyes.
Okay.
I get to the center of the room and I cast a 4th level shatter And I think, hold on, what is that? I have a thing. No, I have a thing that makes it. Oh, it is. It's attached to my sword, the Orpheum saber. I will slam it down into the ground, and the radius of shatter is increased to 40 feet. So 40 feet around me, any mirrors in 40 feet of me, as long as they're not magical, are gonna take 4th level shatter damage.
You remove your saber from your hilt, and you stick it into the mirror beneath you. The mirror cracks as the sword finds purchase. The loud pinging sound is heard through all 40 feet around you. You feel the magic released, creeping across every metallic surface. You're sure the spell worked. You hear cracking and crumbling. But the mirrors are intact.
Motherfucker.
Oh shit. That I stay there, knelt down, and just close my eyes and like I don't know what to do.
The rest of you see this happen, and by the time the spell is finished casting, you get to the threshold of the sclerodome.
You what?
You get to the threshold of the sclerodome.
My eyes close, and so do those of my 8 giant bats.
Yeah, my eyes are closed.
So are mine.
Where are you all right? Are you all in the dome or all still in the hallway?
I'm in the center of it.
Okay.
I'd be making my way directly to Cyrus.
My posse's making their way in.
I'd probably be wherever Azervada is, kind of in the back, either at the threshold or...
Yeah. I think we'll be.
So
Right.
still like at the threshold. Okay, cool. I need all of you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, fuck, guys. So...
Oh,
Even if I'm blind,
okay.
What?
even if my eyes are closed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had his closed, it draws you in.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh my god, please.
Charisma?
I'm gonna use
Charisma. The fear in her eyes. Charisma.
Oh, I still have my luck of the gods just in case. Shit, come on. Okay.
22.
Okay. So, hold on, it's done.
Okay.
Okay, never mind, I don't.
Oh, I was supposed to have one.
Okay. 21. Thank God I'm high on fucking charisma.
Same.
15.
What'd you say?
18 as well.
Azervada?
15.
Oh, 18.
Okay. Nathan?
No!
Oh my god.
What about Lola?
That's big five!
Well, I don't know what her charisma modifier is, but she rolled a 6 on the die, so.
I think it's negative.
No!
I'm pretty sure
It's
it's a
either a
negative.
negative 1
You
or it's
all,
a 0.
You all close your eyes. Nothing happens. Your eyes are closed.
I didn't close my eyes. I'm just focusing on Cyrus. But I have protection from evil up.
Yes, you do. Cyrus, his eyes closed, standing still in the center, right?
Yeah, I'm like knelt down, both hands on the sword, and just like, I don't know what to do.
Okay. What's next?
Oh shit.
My
So, like, you're going to Cyrus? What for? Osmond?
I was just like trying to catch up with him, and I'm still trying.
Oh, yeah, you are. You caught up with him just fine.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
But from what you all gather, nothing happens.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay.
I heard
Maybe.
cracking. I heard cracking and shattering, but they all look intact. At least from the brief moment I had my eyes open.
You
Cress
take
isn't
a...
here.
Neither are two of your companions.
Shit.
You look around, testing the boundaries of the protection from evil and good. You do not see Vola or Nathan.
Oh,
Does that mean my
shit!
bats are gone too?
Huh?
Oh,
Does that mean my
shit.
bats are gone too?
Do they go away if you're in a different plane?
Yup.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I think I know what we have to do.
What?
Oh no, what?
I'm going to keep my eyes closed for this. Azervana, are you still here?
Yes.
Okay. If you no longer hear me talk, that means it worked. I'm going to
Osmond?
drop protection from evil, keeping my eyes closed.
I swear to the gods, Osmond!
They're not here, but they're not dead.
Wait, who's not here?
Nathan, Vola.
What do you mean they're not here?
You look
They're not
around, they're not here.
Did they go to another plane?
I'm going to keep my eyes closed. Here goes nothing, and I'm going to drop concentration on protection from evil, and like try to just like see if I can't just like, I don't know, will myself to go somewhere else.
Will
Leave
yourself to go
yourself-
somewhere else?
Yeah,
Leave yourself vulnerable is what you're saying.
eyes still closed.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to see that fucking thing again.
Nothing happens. What are the rest of you doing?
Days.
Eyes
Eyes still
out.
closed.
Can I feel around like the walls?
I
from
probably
the
would have.
threshold?
I probably would have had my hand on Cyrus's shoulder.
Yeah.
Do I still feel him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking at the walls. What are you looking for?
I'm not looking, I'm feeling the walls.
Yeah, okay, sorry. You're feeling the walls. What are you hoping to find?
She just wants to kind of try and make sense of any magic or anything that was used.
You feel the walls. You run your hand along the surface. And the hand interlaces with yours.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
Is it a normal hand or is it a
No,
weird hand?
it's define weird hand. That's a little loaded. Anyway,
Does it
like
feel
holding
dead?
hands with one of your undead?
it's the same texture as gnarled leather, as
Oh,
familiar
God.
skin that you felt on many a corpse, with these talons at the end of her fingers that latch on to you.
Can I try and pull back?
Make a strength check.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Do
Is
you
everyone-
say anything?
Oh shit.
I'd probably just be coming out. Is everyone still here?
Azervana made a noise.
Well, I mean,
Like,
you
oh,
had it on my shoulder, so obviously I'm still here.
Right. I figured.
Oh god, what did you roll?
Oh no!
What's your roll?
I rolled a nat 20!
Yank that bitch out! Fucking yank her out!
You remove your hand from the grasp, and you feel the sense of falling.
Can I cast protection from good and evil on myself?
You can make another
Sorry, put it
charisma
on
throw.
myself.
Oh no!
Oh, please. Please.
Oh, so it's off me now. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the bad things happen. This is the bad place.
I got a 15 again.
This is the bad place.
You feel, you fall into the ground, and you hear this breathing very close to you. You hear shadows move. The only phrase that would work appropriate with this. And you hear the opening of a door right next to you. You fall in.
Okay.
You are falling, and you are not here anymore.
Azervana.
Shit.
As?
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna like pull out the bandage that I still have, and I'm just gonna like tie it around my face.
Yeah, I would like to note
Yeah,
Azabana is keeping those eyes shut.
Yeah.
My little headband sash thing that I wear, I'm moving that down.
I'm
I
going.
Going over my eyes.
I'm casting Dispel Evil and Good on myself.
Dispel?
So, where it's the spell Dispel Evil and Good. It says shimmering energy surrounds and protects you from Fae, undead, and creatures originating from beyond the material plane. For the duration, celestials, elementals, Fae, fiends, and undead have disadvantage attack rolls against you, and I can end the spell.
You'd
early
need to
by
hit it with a melee spell. Oh, are you using break enchantment or dismissal?
It's on myself. It's
Right, but if you use
concentration.
dismissal, you have to make a melee spell attack.
Yeah, but that's like you can end the spell early by
Oh,
using
I gotcha.
or
I
the
understand. I'm
following.
sorry. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So you prepped it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've prepped myself. My eyes
You
are closed.
hear footsteps
Where are they coming from?
a few feet next to you.
Next to who?
Cyrus. You hear you hear the movement of wind and the opening
Fuck
of a
it, I'm
door right next to you. You were doing something?
I was like, I'm gonna say, fuck it. I'm gonna take a swipe right next to me where I hear the breathing coming from.
Make an attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm still right next to you, holding your shoulder. Don't hit me.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Hold on. What is? Hold on. I need to look at my stats for my. Okay. +2 to attack and damage rolls, and it's a finesse weapon, so I get to use dexterity. Oh fuck! No. Well, it fell off the thing. So oh well. That's not good. That's
Oh gosh. 16. No. Yes, 18.
With disadvantage?
Oh fuck, with disadvantage.
Yeah, because your eyes are
Probably.
closed.
Yeah, with wait. Hold on. No, I did that wrong. I am so sorry. My math is bad. My math is terrible. 6, 9, 10. Sorry, that's only 12.
You swing wide, but you do hear it move away. Sound vanishes. Like, you do not hear what was there anymore.
Oh, great.
But you do hear, again, farther away this time, the opening of a door. And the creaking sound.
Oh no.
Dea, come to me.
I take it I
Just
don't feel
follow my
Osmond's
voice.
hand on my... I take it I don't feel Osmond's hand on my shoulder anymore.
Probably not after doing the whack.
Cool.
Just follow my
That's
voice
fine.
until you get to me. I'll just keep talking until you reach me.
Yep, I have my arms out and I'm doing my
Yeah,
best to follow his
I was
voice.
just gonna talk until Dea reaches me.
Eyes closed. I see that fucking face.
You do so?
Does she get to me?
Well,
Yes.
Okay, I latch on to you.
It's like horror movie status.
Yeah.
it's like...
Did we
very hot.
hear that door open too?
Yeah, you did.
Oh god, Dea is shaking.
Okay. I don't like this one bit. And I'm gonna start like slowly shuffling towards where the door sound
Yep.
came from.
Iron grip on you.
You do so?
Yeah.
Cyrus?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I
I'm
guess...
moving.
I guess I'm gonna go for it.
Well, we were going
We
to
were
try
looking
and
for a
find
door
her.
anyway, right?
Yeah, no, found us.
At any point do you open your eyes?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely
no.
not.
You hear your footsteps reverberating in the mirrored hall. You hear the creaking until it stops. And eventually, Osmond, you're the first to lay out a hand and find purchase on a wooden surface. Dea, you're next to him. Cyrus, you kind of bump into Dea a little bit.
Oop.
And with my other hand, I grab you, Sai.
I'm
Death
watching
grip.
on.
There
What do
was
you-
no.
There was no door before.
I feel around for a handle.
You find it.
Oh boy. Open.
You hear the creak open. A breeze comes through the passage.
And then I shuffle inside.
Yep.
This
You
blind
shuffle
train going.
inside. You fall. You
Oh,
drag
God.
Dea and Cyrus with you into something of a free fall.
Oh fuck.
Listener, do you think it's possible to go back? I keep trying to see myself in these shattered slivers of myself, and I am at a loss. How many lessons must I learn before I'm me again? Will I be loved again when I do? Will I be happy? Is it worth it? Perhaps this mirror shard analogy is a bit much, and I'm just a little touched, but I just want to feel whole again. It's not so monstrous, is it? The days roll on, and I guess it's just one piece at a time. Till next time, listener. With any luck.